Hello and welcome, Space Cadets, to Season 2 of Dungeon Radio Hour, a D&D actual play comedy podcast where this is not the future that Back to the Future promised me. As always, I'm your host and Dungeon Master Dalton Rusher-Riddle, joined once again by my ragtag band of heroes. Introduce yourself, heroes.
I'm Michael Adair.
I'm Alissa Adair.
And I'm Andrew Gehrlein.
What's up, everybody?
Nothing. What's up with you?
Hello. No, I asked the question first.
Oh,
That's true.
You answer.
I said nothing.
Oh, okay. Also
so
nothing.
That's
Nothing much here.
Hmm,
Not nothing, just nothing much.
right.
No.
I'm doing a little bit, but I'm not doing a lot.
Alyssa, fill
That's
the
fair.
silence.
I
please.
mean, I'm the same, like stressed out at work, the usual.
Oh, we don't want an actual answer, for
Oh.
fuck's sake. God
It was a
damn
retaurcal
It
question.
was
I really wasn't
rhetorical.
expecting.
It was polite.
Pull up a
How
chair.
dare you burden him with your stresses of work?
I thought he cared.
Okay,
I
well,
don't
he didn't.
care.
It's Dalton.
I don't
Please,
at all.
He's been on the East Coast too
shit.
long. He no longer makes small talk and means it.
No.
Well, it's funny that you say job and a work thing because that's what the pre-show topic is.
Yeah,
Oh,
we
yeah,
got
we
there.
got there.
We got there.
Oh, God, the segues are hitting today.
Oof.
Ooh, yeah.
There was a conversation topic that naturally occurred in our group chat. I guess at the beginning of this week, the week before last, and it brought up a very interesting thought that not all of us understand what each other do for realsies in our day-to-day lives as far as like what our actual jobs are. Like we have a general idea of what each other do, but we don't really know. And the reason why I bring that up is because Alyssa and Andrew did not know that I did what I did. And
Nope.
were very confused when I shared it.
I've had a
In my
podcast for 3
defense-
years.
Yeah, but I'm here to podcast to get away from work. So,
That's true.
That's true.
yeah.
I don't want to get a pass on that. I also didn't fully understand what Dalton did. I knew more than Alyssa. That was for sure.
Yeah.
Because I tried to get a job where Dalton worked, and he said they're not hiring and they'll never be hiring. So I guess.
Weird.
So I knew a little bit more, but yeah, I didn't know
Yeah.
the full scope. Dalton.
Oh, you know what we should do? We
What?
should do it where when we get to one person, we all describe what we think they did.
Yes.
And then they can tell us how close we are. How what we
Yes,
actually
yes.
did. Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
I like it. I like
All right, Andrew, you go first. It was your idea.
Fuck.
You go
Okay.
first. So
I'll go first. I'm the subject. So what do you guys think I do for a living?
you wear a tie.
Mhm.
Okay, I wear a tie. Dude, have you
No,
ever
I
seen me with
can't-
sleeves
Mm-mm.
down? I don't even wear a sleeve.
I
I
can't.
roll my sleeves up in a tuxedo.
I can't imagine. Yeah, I can't imagine Andrew in a tie. You don't wear a tie.
I don't wear a
if you're
tie.
supposed to wear.
Okay,
A tie.
all right, fine. You
Here,
don't wear
I'll
a
let
tie.
you get the. I won't
Okay.
I won't confirm or deny. I'll just let you guys say.
Can I-
So Dalton thinks I wear, not what's the opposite of business casual? I don't even fucking know. Business.
Business
Business
professional.
proper.
Business. Business.
I think business.
I think that you tell people they can't afford homes while also going into
Right.
the office more than it needs to for that job.
Yeah.
We're getting
Okay,
warmer.
I think Alyssa's closer, but she's kind of describing like Scrooge. So now I'm imagining Andrew doing that, but in like a top hat, and he's British when he does it. Like,
I don't wear the
never
tie, but I
afford
do
a
wear the
home.
top hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'll never afford a home in a St. Louis suburb, you
Yeah.
trash. And then he throws his scarf over his fucking shoulder.
Yeah, a scarf I
Like,
got from a poor who showed up
Yeah.
to my door. Yeah.
From a poor.
He repossesses
Yeah.
repossesses the scarf when he can't
Oh,
afford
no.
your
Yeah, I
No.
repossessed the scarf.
I think I know what Andrew does. I'm not
Okay.
even going to play it up for laughs. I think Andrew is an assistant or junior underwriter for his banking firm. I think that's what it is. Like, or he's an intermediary for the underwriter.
Wow.
Yeah.
Isn't the underwriter a wrestler?
Right?
That's
most
the Undertaker.
boring wrestler
And he
there
threw
is.
mankind through hell in the cell and it plummeted 16 feet to an announcer's table.
Wasn't
Different
Matt
job.
Foley, he was briefly the underwriter at some point.
No. Mike, you're close. And you added a lot more smart words like junior underwriter, intermediary.
Yeah.
Close, but I don't have those fancy words. So my job title is just underwriter. That's what I do.
Okay.
I'm an underwriter, not for a banking. What did you say? A banking union or
I
something?
said a banking firm.
A banking
Banking
firm. That was another
firm.
smart word. It's a credit union,
Mhm.
not a bank. Don't make that fucking mistake again.
I guess there is a distinction, even in technical.
No, it barely matters. But no, I'm an underwriter. I'm not like an officially a junior underwriter, but I'm not a senior one. So I guess technically I'd be. If the only other option is
I
junior.
gave you less credit than what you deserved. Is what happened.
It's true.
Yeah,
I'm just a standard one.
You're
I don't
standard.
do home loans though. I don't
Mhm.
have the credentials for that yet. I'll probably get trained up on them soon. But yeah, basically people apply for money they don't have, and some jackass like myself looks at their credit, their job, what they're applying for, and basically approves or denies them. So yeah, I'm the guy that you hate when you apply for a car loan or a credit
Interesting.
card or something like that.
So you are Scrooge.
Mhm.
I'm basically
You are
Scrooge, but I don't make any of the money that Scrooge makes. I'm one of the little rats, you know, in Muppet Christmas Carol, the little rats he has that do his.
Not
they
even
count
the
the money.
main rat. You're like one of the side rats digging through
Yeah,
the
I'm one of the
trash in
side rats
background.
that like, yeah,
You don't
exactly.
have a line.
I'm just a side rat.
You're fuzzy. You come in
A
at
side
420p at best, zoomed in. And you're eating trash
Exactly.
in the garbage.
My voice actor, it doesn't even have a credit. Okay, I'm just a background rat. But yeah, that's what I do. I work from home 4 days a week, which is nice. I don't
Stop
need to
bragging.
go in a fifth day. Alyssa, you're right about that, but I do. I have to.
Do you though?
I don't. I am asked to. I'm asked
You
true.
can
to come in.
reject people
or
from
told.
home. I just don't.
Here's what I
Yeah, I
think.
do.
Can you though?
Oh yeah.
I think you can.
Yes, you
I mean, he
can.
does it 4 out of 5 days.
What I really do, what I tell people I do, is I have a desk with 2 buttons, a green one and a red one. And when you send an application, I just push one or the other. It's random. I
He
don't
just
look at
closes
it. I
his
just
eyes.
You're
and
just hitting
goes,
buttons,
"Green."
and if you hit red, some poor single mom has a bad Christmas that year.
yeah.
You hit green, I don't know, they get the new dishwasher they need or whatever the fuck. I don't know what loans are
That-
for.
Pretty much.
What do people
Yep.
get loans for?
Oh, all sorts of shit, man.
I'm not aware.
All sorts of shit. Vacations,
I just-
Loans
surgeries.
for a vacation. That's
I just
terrible.
know I'm
Weddings.
going to get rejected, so I don't ever apply. So I don't know.
Alyssa,
I doubt that. I really
let's
doubt
guess for Alyssa. I'm not entirely sure, even though I'm
Hmm.
her husband and she works from home almost entirely.
Mhm.
I really don't know what she does. I couldn't put a name to it.
Give it like 2 sentences or less.
She's
your
a travel
guess.
person.
A travel
She-
person.
She coordinates and plans, even though those are the same word,
Mhm.
Yeah.
travel and accommodations for
Mhm.
clients.
For clients.
I-
Okay.
I couldn't have said it better myself. She's a travel lady person is the official title.
Travel
but
I have
she's a
no
lady.
idea what it's
Please.
actually called.
Please.
And people call and say, "Hey, I want to go to Costa Rica and like zip line." She's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna call Consuela. She's my zip line person in Costa Rica.
Mhm.
I'll want
Mhm.
to email her." And then she like coordinates and plans all these vacations and like gets the hotels booked, gets the cabs booked, gets the zip line
Mhm.
booked, and people have a great time in Costa Rica or
Mhm.
anywhere in the world because she is global.
There you
I
go.
honestly, Alyssa, I was going to say something with magnets. Yeah, I think they might be a little bit closer than me. I'm not. Yeah, I didn't really know. I guess you get really stressed out about whatever you do.
So it has
and-
to be magnets.
So
Are
it has to
magnets
be
stressful
magnets.
to you?
So you're stressed.
They are if you can't find the
Exactly
one that goes with
the
it.
one it goes with.
It's true. My magnets refuse to stick, and it's a problem for me. So I get very stressed.
What did you call them?
I said magnets, but I garbled it. I kind of
Garbled it.
swallowed
Mang-
the
It
word.
sounded like you said magnets.
I said
I'm like, why
magnet.
does-
I kind of said magnets.
Magnet.
So
Magnets.
anyway,
Mangit.
This
Sounds
is
like a 90s
this is
toy.
all cut.
Well, Dalton and Andrew are exactly right, although the proper term now is a travel manager. We don't call them travel agents anymore. It's a travel manager.
Okay.
And then the
Okay,
first
all right.
question I always get is, are travel agents real anymore? Like, you have Google. So my answer to that is that I do it specifically for stage, screen, and sports. So I'm in like the film industry or in these industries that need a lot of people moved very carefully, very organized. That's not just something simple that you can just Google, right? And I can also assist with like getting special rates with the airlines or hotels. So like I've moved WNBA games for their away games, professional soccer players, films that are going to go on location somewhere and get everyone moved. I remember one I did was like a Survivor-like show, and it was needed to be so coordinated because they're like, all of these contestants know each other. They cannot arrive at the airport at the same time, so they don't see each other. So that way the reveal in the first episode will be a surprise. And that was very difficult because they were literally filming in like the middle of nowhere Europe, and yeah, there's like 2 flights a day from America, and I was like,
so
all
you
right,
could have ruined
somehow.
that show
Entirely
by having overlap.
Yeah,
That's a lot of pressure.
So it's a lot of pressure.
Jesus.
And being in film, a lot of stuff changes, or you get like a basketball player who's injured and do a lot of last minute flights back home or to see a doctor. And so that's what's so stressful. It's just a lot of pressure to like solve that problem and get them home. And you got like 20 different clients, so they're all bugging you at the same time. So yeah, that's like where the pressure can come from. But yeah, so that's what I do.
Alissa has clients, guys, and that's always a really adult thing when I hear it. When my friends have clients, I'm like, whoa.
I've never had a job before where it's like, these are my clients.
Like, Alissa, you could actually have a business card and like have a reason to have one.
I have a business card, and I
Holy
do pass
shit.
it out.
I didn't even know that. My wife has a business card, you guys.
You should put it on the fridge with a magnet so that Mike sees it.
So Dalton, I'm going to guess yours, because yours, like you said, was the whole thing that we started on, and I still don't fully understand. So my original guess to you was that you make sure that people can log in to work out online. You go, yep, that is your login. Here's your new password, and stretch beforehand. That's usually like what you're telling people.
That's all he does.
That's all he's doing.
All I do. That's it.
Mm-hmm. That's it.
That's my job.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I think that Dalton is IT, right? Kind of. That's part of his job. It's not the whole job. He's also sort of training, facilities, right? For a different, it's a business to business situation is what it is.
Okay,
right?
so Mike doesn't know, Andrew.
No, it's B2B.
But I love
B2B.
I love the words that Mike puts into his answers to try to make it sound as like professional and correct as possible.
As business as possible.
That is why former salesman, now unemployed. We really don't have to do my round.
We'll get to you.
We'll get to you.
Okay.
We'll get to
all
you.
Right, all right, well, go ahead.
Andrew?
Okay. Here's what my understanding was. I knew you had 2 jobs. One I know because I follow you on Instagram. Personal trainer, early as fuck in the morning. He wakes up at 2 in the morning and he trains divorcees on how to do crunches, and they run around the building sometimes.
That one was
that's his main job. Also, you guys should follow because he and his husband are working out in there, and they look shredded as fuck.
They do. They look really shredded. If
I'm
you
constantly
want to learn
impressed.
How to get shredded, and fucking also look at adorable gay couples.
Yeah, he
follow
shreds
Dalton.
gay couples, divorcees. But his other job is he logs on a computer at his home and he types words that people ask him to type. And people say, "How many push-ups should I do?" And he just types like 5, and he hits enter.
He'll be like, he'll think about. He's like picking a booger at the same time. He'll just be like, "Fuck it, 8."
Yeah, he's basically he's a chat GPT for working out. Is what
I was
Dalton
just
is.
about to say. He's just
and
filling
then they're like, "I'm done. What should I do next?" And he'll be like, "Sit-ups spelled incorrectly."
SIDDUPS sit-ups. No, I honestly thought you just managed the gym from home sometimes, like the business side of that same gym. I thought you also like managed that gym.
Oh,
And now I know that's not correct.
Okay.
Who was the most correct?
Some of it was very right, and a lot of it was very, very wrong.
Yep.
I don't honestly, Mike. I think you were probably the closest.
You just said random smart words.
I did. I said
it's because he said business to business.
Fair.
So yes, I have 2 jobs. One is a side job. One is the main source of income. I work at a strength-based HIIT facility. I coach about 6 to 11 sessions a week, depending on, what the business needs. It is a lot of middle-aged women. Andrew did get that detail correct. I also do get up very, very early, most mornings between 3:45 and 4, and I have to be at work by 4:30. So not quite 2 o'clock, but close.
Insane.
Might as well be.
As far as my actual job, I am both customer/client success and an account manager for a corporate soft skills training company.
Yeah.
So when I've worked with this company for a while, first externally and now internally. When I worked for them externally, they were still doing like enrichment courses. So like fitness and like arts and crafts and language and sign language, all that other stuff. They have since moved to more like corporate soft skills. So like effective communication, creative problem solving,
Emotional
resilience,
intelligence.
leadership, emotional intelligence, all of that fun stuff. So they now do that for other companies that either don't have the resources or don't have the time. They, utilize it for onboarding for new employees, training programs for new managers, PIPs if people need to go on PIPs. So I do that. I meet with clients. I walk them through their program. I answer the questions that they have. And then on the other side of that, I make sure that their learners are able to access the things that they need to, be able to log in, be able to do the things. Andrew, do you have a question? Is that
I have a question about your job.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
the way you're describing it, so I know Cody is in HR. So
Yeah.
is your job almost like, is it affiliated with HR at all? Because it has to do, like you said, PIP, like PIPs and whatnot.
Yeah, so I like to say that I also work in HR, and then Cody always tells me no. So
HR
We're
adjacent,
just-
it sounds like.
we're HR adjacent. We work with a
Yeah.
lot, like a lot of the points of contacts for the clients that I have. A lot of them are HR
Yeah.
directors, admins, leaders.
Yeah,
Because we're
'cause-
giving the training to their employees, right? Like we're part of
Right.
these development programs. So yeah, HR adjacent, but I'm not quite HR. Mike also was slightly correct IT wise, since everything we do is online. If there are issues with the platform or anything like that, I do jump in like, hey, let's try this, let's try that, yada yada yada, until we get them to where they need to be. So
Damn.
yeah.
So we did a conference on Columbus Day where we did breakout groups and like different training people were there. So you're one of those people who would have showed up to that conference and done a breakout group, basically.
Yes,
right?
I would. You'd be the person to show up and do a breakout group. Yes. Okay, so let's do Mike now.
I'm unemployed. To the show!
Okay, so getting into the show itself. Our last moments that we had right before we left off, you all got hit by this EMP blast or this stasis field that filled this small narrow tunnel that you had gone to. You saw some really strange writing on the wall, as well as a few symbols as you explored some of the tunnels of these these air ducts that are part of Spaceopolis, the greater satellite that is Space House. And as you're laying there, feeling the cold, hard steel against your cheeks, against your goo, against your barky skin, you hear the pitter-patter of feet coming towards you.
Oh no.
And everybody give me a perception check.
Oh no.
The rats. I got a nat 20.
A nat 20.
14.
Oh shit! I got a 3. I got
All
3.
that as if anything would have changed a 3.
Ah, but
Jeez
we needed to
Louise.
know. We needed to know.
Okay, so Alissa, with getting a nat 20, you can tell that it is multiple feet. Like it's not just 2. But even with a nat 20, you don't know if it's a multi-footed figure or if there's multiple individuals.
But
So
either
you're
way,
all-
people with a foot fetish are gonna have a good time.
Yeah, they are.
You're all laying there feeling the cold steel against you, and
Can we talk?
You can't talk. You are knocked out, and all of a sudden, each of you, one by one, feel the slightest pinch in your arms as you feel an injection going into your veins, and everything starts to get very, very dark. Andrew, you hear a very familiar voice in your head.
System reboot starting in 3, 2, 1. System reboot at 10%. System reboot at 20%.
And as they say 30%, 40%, 50%, so on and so forth, your eye begins to blink open and your other eye, your robotic one, begins to come into focus. And you find yourself in your room in the living quarters, in the apartment that you share with Mike and Alissa on the satellite of Space House. And you look around and you look down and you are attached to your body. So you are attached to your body. Us has completely rebooted your system, and you find yourself standing in your room. What do you do?
I need to lay off the cyber meth or whatever it is robots take here in this world. Jesus Christ. Us?
Is there something I can help with?
Oh, okay. Yeah. Is it possible for robots to dream? Because I just feel like I had a very vivid dream where I was with Mike and Alissa. We were like crawling underneath this building, and the building we're in now, like through the tunnels, and then I got injected. I woke up, and it's silly. That's so silly, though, right? Because I'm standing here.
While there are some scientists that do agree that the binary code can be manipulated into a dream-like state, the human portion of your brain is still quite intact, which would cause the dreams that you may be experiencing.
Okay, so it was a dream. Okay. It was so vivid. I'm going to go, you know what? Let's go see what Mike and Alyssa's doing. Maybe they had a dream about me. I walk out the door, and I want to go over to their room.
Whose room are you going to?
Oh, they have separate rooms?
They have separate rooms.
I kind of forget that, and I go to the one that I've been in most, which I believe was Mike's room.
Okay, cool. So you go into Mike's room. The sliding door is shut, and it is locked from the outside going in. Mike, you hear the thud of metal on metal as this rapid tapping wakes you from a very, very deep sleep.
Mike.
Oh my God! What?
Open the door, dude.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
I had a dream about you, man.
Really?
I had a crazy dream. Okay, we were like crawling under these tunnels, and someone stabbed me in the arm.
Stabbed you in the arm.
Okay, this dream. Now that I'm saying it, the dream is not even that much happened. It's not interesting.
No,
but you were there, dude.
Man. I was there with you emotionally, even though it was plot thin.
You know what's crazy, dude? I just remembered this detail. You had taken my head off my body, and I was on your shoulder. I was like, you had two heads, and one was me.
Oh, remember, we've always wanted to be two-headed man.
I know.
Oh, right?
I know, dude. We always talked about that.
We used to play two-headed man in college, and I get the big T-shirt with the two holes in it.
Exactly. Yeah, we wrote that musical called Two-Headed Man in a One-Headed Man's World.
What was that song from Two-Headed Man? It was called Two-Headed Man.
One Head is Better Than None.
Oh, that one was good too.
Well, that's the how Act 1 ends.
Can you sing a little bit of that song? Because sometimes I hear it in my head.
Yeah, give me the...
Yeah.
One head is better than none. I said two heads. It's better than none. I said three heads. And then they keep going through how many heads are at 9 is when it stops being worse.
297 heads. Yeah.
Yeah. 97. They're like, you know what? At this point, none is better.
Right. Yeah. Anyway,
you're not sleeping with Alissa anymore, though. You guys aren't sharing.
Yeah. She said I'm mad at you. There's some. I feel strange because we're in a different world. You have a different body.
Can I knock on the door, Dalton?
Anyway, she's not touching me, and it's causing kind of a rift.
Yes, Alissa, you can knock on the door.
All right.
You can knock on the door. Mike, Andrew, you hear a knock on the door.
Oh, hold on. Who else? Hey, who is it?
It's me. Please open up.
Oh, it's Alissa.
Guys, what just happened? I
Hey,
could have sworn we were underground in the tunnels, and now I woke up in my bed with different clothes on,
what
which
are
I don't
you
like.
guys talking about with
Wait.
tunnels?
No. She's right. Alyssa, I had the same dream. Okay,
Thank you.
how many heads did Mike have in your dream?
2, because you were riding him.
I was with just my head.
Let's use a different.
Well, you were, like,
This
riding
does
along.
sound like something
Whoa, whoa,
I
whoa,
would
whoa.
do.
You were riding along with him. You were sharing.
You had a
his
different
body.
dream than
You were
I did.
sharing my body. Speaking of sharing my body, baby, it would be really cool if we could merge rooms.
Okay, not
soon.
right now.
Okay, sorry, but that's
What
what.
the
Guess what
fuck
kind of dream
happened?
I was having?
We had the exact same dream, so that makes me
Yes.
think it wasn't a dream. I look at my arm where I felt. Wait, I didn't have an arm at the time. I look at my. I find a mirror to look on my cheek where I felt the injection as just a head.
Cool. Andrew, you turn to look for a mirror, and there, as standard in each one of these rooms in this apartment, there's a large mirror with like a vanity that sits right beneath it. And you go to inspect your cheek, and you do see the small. Give me a perception check, actually. Give me a vibe check.
Perception +3. That is a 12.
Cool. You do see the smallest just prick right near your cheekbone on the left side of your face. And while Andrew's looking at that, Mike and Alyssa, give me a vibe check. Give me a perception check. Passive wisdom here. What is it?
Oh, mine was only an 11.
All right. Oh, mine's gonna be good. I bet. 10. Mine was 10.
So, with a combined score of that 10 and that 11, you see something strange in front of you. And when I say strange, it's not Andrew looking at his face for this small prick underneath his cheek. He's so distracted by this mark on his face that he doesn't see the message written in red scrawled across the mirror in front of him. And it says, "Be wary of what you seek."
I can't tell if it's a freckle. I mean, I have a million of those. It
No,
could be the start of melanoma. My dermatologist said to look out for that every 6
I
months.
take Andrew's head and I just swivel it so his eye line meets the message.
Oh, and my body
you-
stays like I'm like an owl. Like my body stays
You're
stationary.
like, you have a gyroscopic neck.
Whoa!
Yeah, dude.
But do you think it's a freckle or?
Honestly, I think that's a freckle, but if you care, you should get it checked out. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
Mike.
you know.
By the way, what is the? Is this like mirror poetry?
It
Is it like a
says-
video series you're doing?
No, I didn't write this. It says, and I say what Dalton says, but when I read it, it
It's-
says it in his voice, which is,
It says, "Be wary of what you seek."
Guys, this is a threat. This is a message.
I know. And now that you say that, I do kind of remember a dream where I had 2 heads, and one of them was Andrew. But also, we were trying to start a band, and it was like a polka meets ska thing.
Wait. We left Dalton. Dalton was supposed to be watching the cameras
Oh,
while we
yeah.
were going. I go and see if Dalton is still plugged in.
Cool. Remind me of whose room he was in?
I'm pretty sure he was in
It's
Mike's,
Mike's.
like plugged into the
Oh, okay.
to the computer to
Yeah.
keep
Sweet.
watch.
Okay. I couldn't remember if it was Mike's or not.
Yeah.
Alyssa, you go and you check the holodeck where you had plugged Dalton in, and the USB drive is no longer there.
Oh shit, guys, we lost Dalton.
No.
Oh, fuck.
No.
Dalton's going to be so mad.
Quick,
That was
guys.
the plot of the first season, Alyssa. No.
That's true. Also, I lost him for about 4 days. He was in my sock drawer.
Yes, no, but
Check
we-
the sock drawer. I checked the sock drawer.
I checked the drawer that he was in before.
Cool. You check the drawer that. Who's checking the sock drawer?
I'll check the sock drawer.
Andrew, give me an investigation check.
I like how brave that was. I'll check the sock drawer.
3.
Cool. You find nothing but socks, which is strange because Mike is made of goo.
Yeah.
And you're not really sure why the socks are there.
I
I
miss
think
socks,
maybe Dalton
man.
turned into a sock, or somebody
He
took
could
him
have.
or put him anywhere else. I don't know.
I look
Alissa,
around. Go
Mhm.
ahead.
Give me an investigation check on the drawer that you are checking.
14.
You don't find Dalton. You do, however, find Mike. Name something embarrassing that you would try to hide in a drawer right now. 3, 2, 1, go.
Goo Alissa.
You find a
You find
a goo Alissa, like a crudely molded goo Alissa, in the drawer.
Mike, I have some questions about this tiny doll I found.
Oh
Made
my
of goo.
God! What is that? Andrew, did you steal some of my goo and shape it into? Oh, who is that? Is that Rachel Evan Wood?
Knowing the
Or is it
agreement
Evan
Mike and I
Rachel
have,
Wood?
I go,
always get it.
yes, that's my goo, Laura, who I didn't have another woman to do the face, so I kind of used
took
Alyssa's
some
face.
Of my goo.
I
And
carved
you
off
made
some
it
goo.
into my wife.
I
How
did.
fucking sick. Oh,
I know.
I'm mad.
sorry.
I just throw it in the trash. All right, I don't.
Oh,
I
don't
can't
do that. That makes me sad for some reason.
can't
I'm
process
gonna put
this.
this in your room, Andrew. I'm gonna put this in your room, but then we're gonna have a long talk, just you and me. Alyssa, I'll take care of it. Don't even worry about it. And I
Guys,
can put it neatly in my
You're
bed.
weirdly focused on your excess goo. Where is Dalton? That's what we need to be focusing on.
I've been looking around for him. I checked in my direct eye line, and I looked over there just now, and he's not around.
He's looked
And
everywhere,
As
Alyssa.
as you are all panicking because you don't know where Dalton is, an alarm comes on inside of the apartment that all of you share with your other 3 contestants.
Attention! Attention, contestants! The next game of Space House is about to begin. Please convene in the living room for instruction.
Oh,
But we've been
God.
injected recently.
The,
Oh, we
the
can't
very
do
familiar voice of Flip Busby has come over the intercom instructing all of you to meet in the living room.
We can't,
All right, well-
guys. We can't go to Space House now. Dalton's gone. We just got Dream kidnapped.
We have to put up appearances. We already have gotten called out for breaking the rules. We can't make it seem like anything's
That's
amiss.
true. We can't make waves right now because we got a target on our backs, and who knows who is on the other side of that target, you know?
Us, we're the target.
Right. I meant like who's watching the target.
Who's aiming?
Anyway, who's aiming at the
Who's on
target?
first?
Yeah.
Third base. Okay, let's just go in the living room. I go.
I go too.
Cool. So the 3 of you go into the living room and you see that Dez, Ella, and Inigo have already gathered around the holodeck that sits in the middle of the living room. And the familiar pixelated hologram form of Flip Busby comes on the screen.
Attention, competitors! The next game of Space House is about to begin, and you have been chosen to play. In our next 6 versus 6, it is winner take all in the fan favorite Tic-Tac-Die.
Guys.
We have a game like that from where we're from, guys. But I thought he said it wrong. Tic-Tac-Die? Like maybe we have to roll some dice?
Possible. Or what I was thinking was death, Alyssa. I think maybe you tick, you tack, or you die.
It's probably
3
that.
options.
How do you even tie a tic-tac-toe?
It's pretty fucked up. I'll let Flip Busby explain it, I guess, but because I don't want to give too much away. But it's brutal. Keep going.
Please meet in Arena 12 to begin the first round.
Okay. So Arena 12. Is that for us? Is that us? Since we heard it, we're
Yes.
the ones being called.
Flip, is that for us?
Yes. Yeah. This is a pre-recorded message, but yes, it is for
Oh,
it is
wow.
for you.
Okay.
It is for your entire team.
Wow.
He knew we'd question it.
Got injected in the neck, and then now life or death situation. Sorry, we got injected.
Hey,
in the neck.
Des and company. The
Yeah.
3 friends.
What's up, Anbot?
Hey, we could tic-tac-die today. Before we do that, did any of you 3 have a weird dream last night?
Dude, we're machines. We don't dream. I don't dream. Do you dream?
I dream sometimes, and look, my robot said that my human brain can dream in real life. Des, do you not have any human brains left?
No, I think it's a computer at this point. The only human part of me is this pinky on this hand is still that's still organic.
Okay.
My left knee
What?
is organic.
Okay.
And my right
I
ear.
really thought more was human.
Your right ear looked a little organic to me, dude. I was thinking it looked organic.
Yeah.
Well,
I didn't want to
it's,
assume.
it's sort of like a full skin, cyber skin or something, and it looks really good. Really good.
Looks really good. Hey, bud. Pinky promise me. With your human pinky. Come on, get in here. You pinky promise me that we're going to have each other's back out there. And everyone else get in on this too. Get your pinkies in.
Okay.
It's the 6 of us versus another 6. And we could tic-tac die, or we could tic-tac live. I'm going to start crying. Someone else take over the
That
emotional
was
speech.
a beautiful speech. Let's
Someone
all on 3. Let's not die. Okay? 1,
Yeah.
2, 3.
Si se puede.
Let's not die.
Let's not die.
Let's not die, guys. Let's TikTok not do that.
Yes.
So after you have done your team on 3, you make your way in a montage sequence to Arena 12. And as you get to Arena 12, you all climb aboard at this platform that hovers up to take you to a 3x3 square. And it looks very much like a tic-tac-toe grid that you would remember playing with somebody on a piece of paper. You look across the way and you see 2 fellow Floridians, but from this distance, you're not really sure if you know exactly who they are or not. There's another player that is the same race as Slaying Mantis, so that insectoid kind of giant cockroach-looking concoction. There is a ghost-like alien that looks a little bit like the ghost from Pac-Man. And it kind of shifts through all of its different colors in this kind of like rainbow hue effect. There is this amorphous kind of blob that kind of looks like Jelly Boy, but much more shapeless. Like it's like this floating bluish glowing ball of plasmoid energy. And then the last one is a space gnome.
A space gnome.
A space
You
gnome.
don't even have to describe that. We all see it.
Just a little gnome with a
as-
little astronaut helmet.
It's a gnome instead of his little pointy hat. It's an astronaut
Love
helmet. That's the visual for everyone at home. So as the 3 of you, or as the 6 of you are here, you see Flip kind of blink back into existence in this huge hologram form over this game board.
Welcome to Tic-Tac-Die. The rules are simple. 1 by 1, each team will choose a space on the square on the game board until they have 3 in a row. The first team to achieve 3 in a row wins. Best 2 out of 3 rounds will be the winners of this round of Space House. And the losers, well, they won't be around to play tomorrow. Any questions?
Can we pass? It just like I wasn't prepared for. We did not get good sleep.
No.
We got
honestly.
injections.
Uh,
Some of us.
We got what he sorry, he has a cold. What he was saying is we had some conjecture
Mhm.
backstage, and we all agree that
Congestion.
we have congestion
And indigestion.
and indigestion.
And indigestion. Mhm.
Also, when I do this, like
Your elbow hurts?
It's straightened. Yeah, it doesn't hurt, but it feels weird.
Ah.
So I don't know
man.
if I am totally 100% ready to go out into the battlefield or the tic-tac-toe field today because the elbow thing, congestion, didn't get
I'm
good
not fully
sleep.
charged.
He's not fully charged.
Mhm.
Also, Alissa,
Yeah.
once a month, she does this thing. It's absolutely fucking crazy.
I get a terrible flu.
Terrible flu.
Yeah.
Can't reschedule it.
Mm-mm.
So I don't think it's going to be good television. And I don't want you people of Spaceopolis to be disappointed in the show.
while you're saying this, Flip goes,
Since there are no questions, it's time to begin.
Damn it.
I don't think anybody.
Will
heard me.
each team send forth their first player?
Oh man.
and you look across the way and you see one of the Floridians get onto this little floating disc, and this floating disc takes them towards the center of the game board.
Okay, I mean, should I go?
No.
Floridian against Floridian?
No. I wouldn't have you do that, Alissa. I'll be honest. I've seen this one. I kind of know how this goes.
Okay.
I'm gonna jump in.
Okay.
I'm gonna jump in unless any of the other 3 players that we've met this season want to go before me.
Ugh,
I'll give-
I mean,
I'll give you a second.
yeah, like, I mean, I guess I can. Just, like, win, okay?
Hey, Des. Don't take no for an answer.
What?
Go.
All right, so Dez gets on. Dez, very confused, gets on his own little floating disc
Yeah.
and goes over towards
There goes a hero.
towards the center.
There goes my hero. Watch
We
him
will
on
flip
the
a coin to see who goes first. Call it in the air.
And this giant hologram of a coin flips up into the air and falls back down, and you just hear Dez goes, heads, I guess. And as it flips down and lands, you see that it has landed on tails.
God damn it, Des.
Oh.
Des. Seriously, you're a robot. Calculate the statistical odds. Us told me it was going to land on tails.
Calculate the statistic.
The Floridian will go first. And you watch as the Floridian's little hover disc that they are on comes to right above the center square in this game board of 3x3. And it lowers down, and they step onto the platform. And as they step onto the platform of the game board, a small button raises up. Everybody give me another vibe check.
5.
Vibe.
It.
Ooh,
Oh, wait.
15.
Vibe it.
Okay.
You can't survive it.
12.
When you vibe it.
12.
And I myself, Dalton, I rolled a 21 modified.
Ooh.
Damn.
I checked the fuck out of that vibe.
Andrew?
15.
Cool. Mike, you notice it. It's a combination of good senses and just knowing what is happening in this game.
Yeah.
There is a large level of apprehension in this Floridian as they lower their hand down onto this button. And as they finally press it, all of you watch, some in shock, maybe Mike not so much because he's expecting this to happen. You all watch as a metal cage raises up from the platform, completely enclosing the Floridian inside.
Space has been locked. Next player.
Okay.
I make my eyes into goggles, or binoculars. Like I straighten them out, and I can see. And I'm like, I lean over. I'm like, she looks kind of apprehensive, you guys. She's nervous about something. Maybe it's death.
Maybe it's being locked in.
I guess that makes sense. You know what? Let's see how it unfolds, and maybe we'll get more context. But so far, great. Honestly, great stuff.
I'm wondering if the three of you collectively decide for your team which space you want to go in next.
Guys, can we say something? I like Des. He's a bit of a downer. He is bringing the energy down quite a bit, just with his overall sort of like malaise and depression. But
Yeah.
I do also like him. I've gotten attached to him. I've gotten attached
Yes.
to most of you guys, actually, since we've been doing this.
What's your point?
Oh, I don't want him to die.
So
let's. I guess I'm just ramping up to. We got to make a decision, but let's be smart
Right.
about
He
it.
dies, we die. That's where I'm coming from.
Maybe.
Yeah. Listen, I think besides the center, the corners are the most important to control in a
Okay.
game of tic-tac-toe.
left corner?
Oh my god, bottom left. I was going to say bottom left.
Bottom left.
I was going to
Yeah.
say
That's
Alyssa.
the
Same brain.
bottom left. I think that's the Krishnikov method. He's one of the tic-tac-toe, tic-tac-die masters. Honestly,
Yeah, of course.
Great.
All right, so you're gonna go bottom left.
So
Yeah.
bottom left.
Yeah.
Bottom left. Okay, cool. You watch as Dez's hollow disc hovers above the bottom left square and slowly lowers down. And as he does, he presses the button that raises up from the platform. And as he does, a cage also comes up and completely encloses him. And you hear Flip's voice once again.
Answer has been locked in. Please send your next contestants.
Okay. Mike,
Wait.
you were feeling this? You
Oh
wanna go?
yeah, I was saying that I wanted to go, so I wanted to be first. Des honestly just took charge up there. I don't know what that was about. I'll go
Okay.
unless, and I look over to, I look over to the chicken, and I look over to Inigo Mouse Toya, and I'm like, "Yes, you guys really want to go."
You look over at Ella and Inigo, and Ella has her feathered arms crossed, and she's tapping her little, like,
Sure.
taloned foot,
Sure.
and she's just, like, looking at you, like, waiting for you to
Sure.
go. You said you were gonna go, so, go.
No, exactly. That's why I'm going to go right now.
Yes. I know it's scary, but stop wasting time. Just go and
Hold on,
trust we will win.
I know we're going to win, but I want Inigo to say one line audibly first, because it seems like he's fading into the background right now, and I'd like him to say something before I go. It's my last request, possibly, please.
good luck.
Thanks. All right, that was good.
Oh,
that gave me chills,
what a
honestly.
speech.
I heard a slight French accent there almost. I don't know.
It was some kind of accent, and it was not placeable, and I like that, the ambiguity of it. A mystery. I get on top of my disc.
Yeah, you also get onto the next hollow disc,
Here
and
I
it
go.
raises you up above the game board below, and you come into the center, and you meet the space gnome from the other team on the other side. And as you both come to the center, you hear Flip's voice once again.
Activate the lasers.
And as Flip says, activate the lasers, there is a single laser beam that goes from one side of the cage to the other that activates inside of both Dez's cage and the Floridian's cage. So they are both now going to roll a dex save to see if they get hit by the laser or not.
This is the part
sorry.
that we should be worried. It's not necessarily the cage or the ominous disc.
It's
lifting
the
in
death
the
of Tic-Tac
the
Death.
lays. It's the death.
The ticks, the tax, and the death.
That's what
Ah, we forgot about that
It's
part.
pretty clever, yeah.
So both Dez and the Floridian made their saves, so they are safe from the lasers.
Cool.
I'm going to roll a d20. If I get 1 to 10, I'm going to make a dumb move for the other team. If I get 11 through 20, I'm going to make an actual good play for the other
Okay,
team.
can we
Seems
all
fair.
act? Let's all act really tense, and then there's like tense music, like a reality show, until we.
Okay, it's a 2, so I'm going to make a not good gameplay move. So we're going to go top center.
And that's a bad thing.
Oh, very poor choice.
So as the space gnome lowers down, he hits his button and another cage around the space gnome. And now it's Mike's turn.
All right,
Here's
Mike.
what guys, can I be honest? I'm thinking
Please.
an adjacent square. Now, whether that be middle bottom,
Middle
or
bottom.
left,
Middle bottom, I call out.
I'm feeling middle left.
You gotta stop them from getting 3 in a row.
Oh yeah.
That's the
okay.
game.
Middle bottom. That was my other choice. Middle bottom. It is. I rub my hands together, and I wiggle my goo over to middle bottom.
Yeah, so as you lowered yourself down on your tile, your square, a button raises up for you to lock in your spot.
Locking it in, and I don't know. Should I lock it in? You
Lock
guys?
it
Lock it in.
Lock it
Lock
in.
it in.
I feel
Lock
like you
it
should-
Get
in.
in.
Always take a second to look at the banker. But you know what? I'm locking it in. Locking it in.
Cool.
Thank
you
you,
lock
Howie.
it in, and as you do so, a giant cage raises
Oh.
up and covers you completely.
Send your next player.
I'm gonna suggest a L or a Inigo or
God, Alyssa, this is just
L.
like gym class.
or
You didn't even mention
Inigo.
our names.
I know. We're like
No,
last to
like
get
it's
picked.
fine. Like I'll totally, I'll go. I'll totally go. I'm gonna take one for the team because we're totally gonna win because I know exactly where we should put our next cage. So
Okay.
Elle waddles over to a floating disc and she raises up and meets in the center with the second Floridian from the other team. I'm gonna roll to see how well they play this round. So you all watch as the Floridian goes and hovers over to bottom right, effectively blocking
Oh,
the
no.
two of
Son
you.
of a bitch. Son of a bitch. Fuck. Guys,
We wanted
fuck.
bottom right. We wanted bottom right,
That's
folks.
the one we wanted.
That's the one we
So
wanted.
the Floridian lowers down onto bottom right. Oh, I'm so sorry. Before they do that, you hear Flip go, activate the lasers. And as Flip says, activate the lasers, a second laser is activated in both Dez's and the first Floridian's cage. And then the first laser is activated in Mike and the Space Gnome's cage. So every round, an additional laser is added to the cage.
Can I just, like, kind of curve my body around the laser?
Yeah, if you pass your dex check.
All right, I'll roll for that then. That's fine. Dex. And here's the thing, is my dex is off the charts, because as you know, I ain't got no bones. So
And that does affect your dexterity score.
21.
21.
Okay, you
21.
do effectively dodge the laser. You like literally lift up what would be your hip and just pull it out of the way as the laser is casted towards you.
Got no bones.
The Space
Holy
Gnome
cow.
also makes his save. It is now Elle's turn.
Okay.
Elle,
So, do you want to collectively choose?
I
Elle,
mean,
don't fuck
we're gonna
this up.
we're gonna
okay?
block off the potential win.
I think
So-
there's a couple different options here.
top left.
We have to ask ourselves, do we want them to win? I do not.
I personally
I
don't.
was searching
Okay.
my feelings, and I think what I want to do in this situation right now is block.
Mhm.
And
Okay.
I think we got to lock in a block.
That's
Elle, What do
democracy.
you think about that strategy? Because right now,
That's the only strategy. Of course, that's exactly where I was going to go. That's the move that makes the most sense because we don't want
Thank
them
you.
to win.
Okay, we do what Elle says. That was
Yes.
really smart. I think
like
we go
that.
with
That
what
was
Elle says. We
inspiring.
block them.
We block.
and honestly,
Okay.
that's why we're a great team, because we're simpatico. We're always thinking the same wavelength.
So Elle hovers over and lowers down onto the top left, effectively blocking the other team. And as she hits her button, a cage lifts up over her. Send your next player.
Okay, guys, I feel like I can go. We have the top left, we have the bottom left. We just gotta grab the middle left and we win.
We
But
have the
Alyssa, you
top
hate
vote.
lasers. Don't get hit by a laser.
I will brave the lasers for us.
Okay.
Babe,
Okay?
babe, you're gonna brave the lasers for us?
You're the brave little
Yeah.
laser.
I am.
Alyssa,
And I hop onto
you-
the platform.
Cool. You hop up to the platform and you raise up and you come into the center of the game board and you meet with the bright, glowing, amorphous-like primordial blob on the other side. And they lower down onto their next square. And they go middle right.
Oh,
Good. That's good.
yeah!
Is
it's
it good? I'm not keeping track. I should have written this
Oh,
down or something.
I'm so sorry, but before that happens, you hear Flip say, activate the lasers.
Oh
Oh,
no!
lasers.
So a third laser is activated in round 1's cages. A second layer is activated in round 2 cages, and a first laser is activated in round 1 cage. Mike, I need you to roll 2 d20s.
Okay, well, the first one, I got a 10. And the second one, I got a nat 20!
So as you successfully navigate that very first laser that is shot across that cage, you get just a little too cocky and you don't realize that a second laser is going to be activated this round, and that one catches you in the left shoulder. I need you to roll a d10 for me, please.
Ow! Alyssa, hand me a D10.
Wait,
Ow! Alyssa, D10, please. Ow! Ouch! D10, please. Oh! 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 I rolled a 2.
as you take 2 points of force damage from the laser. You all also hear a scream, a cry, a panic as you look over at the very first Floridian's cage as they have been impaled by all 3 of the lasers, effectively burning to a crisp and vaporizing before your very eyes.
Time out! Someone's dead! Oh my god!
Hey!
Time out! Time
Can we get the medic on the field?
Oh, it
You guys
sounds like
laser-
a campfire. Oh.
I thought that was for effect. I didn't know those were real. Oh my god.
And as they are vaporized, the cage goes away, and that now becomes a free open space.
Oh, okay.
Oh my
Hey!
god.
Silver linings to everything. Silver linings playbook. Was it a
Okay.
good movie? I don't remember.
Well,
Hey,
okay.
I'm gonna still go for the win, which is middle left. And I head down that way.
are you sure you want to win this?
Yes,
I don't want to make them feel bad.
I want lasers to end.
Okay, and the lasers. Do it.
Just because I haven't been keeping track of what's going on in the game or what is the winning move, I just
At all.
actually began praying to the Catholic God.
Whose name is?
Jeebus. I'm just speaking what I think is Latin. Go ahead, Alissa. Middle left.
Alissa, you hover over the middle left and you lower down, and as you lower down onto the platform, a button raises up. Do you press it?
Press.
Perfect. As you press,
Unless I
the
don't
cage-
understand this game.
The cage raises up and encompasses you. And as you have 3 in a row, you hear this like triumphant ding, 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 ding.
We have a winner. Round 1 goes to those guys.
Round 1. Oh man.
Oh,
All right, well,
we should have selected a better team name or any team name. Can we pause the television to have a moment to convene and just talk about those guys? I mean,
We're gonna cut to
We
the
can do better.
sponsors now, and maybe get that lady a Band-Aid or some Mucinex or whatever you need to fix that. I point to the smoldering corpse. But we're gonna do a group huddle. So everybody, this is 3 minutes of ads.
I
don't
push.
know, what do you think?
I push my
Those
button
guys?
to
I
try
don't
to go
like
back
those
up.
guys.
I pushed my button to try to.
yeah,
head
are you
back
guys
up.
still in the cage?
Yeah, no, you
Yeah.
guys
Oh,
have
yeah.
come. You guys have come back down from your cages. You are no longer on the game board. But as you come back down from your cage, you hear Flip say,
Reset the game board for round number 2.
and as he says,
Oh.
reset the game board for round number 2, you watch as a new row of squares comes across the top and comes down the bottom. So now it's an 4x4, and you have to get 4 in a row to win. Well, our heroes have successfully won their first round of Tic-Tac-Die, but can they keep that winning streak alive? And more importantly, will they come up with a better team name than those guys? Pretty sad, right? Well, find out when we come back next week for the newest episode of Dungeon Radio Hour. In the meantime, join us over at Patreon at www.patreon.com/Dungeon Radio Hour for extended intros, bloopers, and exclusive behind-the-scenes content from all of your favorite Earthlings at DRH. Until next time, keep the volume up, the dial tuned in, and always say yes to adventure. Bye for now, kids. And you slowly just hear Us's
Oh, wait.
voice.
He doesn't have us.
Hey,
He left
Alissa.
us behind.
Hey, Alissa. Whose story is this?
Oh, sorry. I'm sorry.
Whose story
I
is
told.
this?
I believe I told her to take a break and then come back after a.
I thought we physically left her in a thing.
You
Like-
took my head off
Because we
my
only
body.
took the head. But if
Yeah,
you're
you
saying,
took the head off.
but if you're saying
I
he now
also
somehow has his body, then yes, I'll shut up. I'm sorry. I was just trying to help with continuity. But
No, you're good. You're good.
if you
I was
actually had
gonna
a plan,
say
my
maybe we
bad.
also just don't know how it works, and she could have just gotten back in my head. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because we assumed it. Anyway, Dalton's tell a story.
Yes.
Or you could listen to the story.
Mike, what's your theory about what Dalton's telling?
I think he forgot. I think he forgot. Now he has to cover his tracks. But
No!
Don't continue.
Is a
Go
plan.
ahead.
That's what he was calling Cody to discuss.
I
the
have a
plan.
plan.